accountability is a systemic problem and is affected by a number of political, cultural, economic factors and conditions and relationships, and it needs to be conceived of in that way. It isn't simply a principal-agent problem, which I think is traditionally the way that we've seen it. It's more of a collective action problem, and the solution, I think, to a collective action problem is to create a collective sense of personal responsibility and accountability and integrity, which is why through the Accountability Lab we work in particular with the younger generation, the youth of developing countries, to try and build this sense of integrity from the bottom up, so that 20 or 30 years from now, hopefully decisions will be made in a more accountable way. That said, of course, the elite compacts and relationships need to be understood, and the dynamics of accountability need to be really very well analysed on the ground. And I think too often we look at these issues from a relatively superficial perspective, and we try and impose technical solutions to what are actually inherently political problems. And I think we've seen that around the world, that we can create institutions and rules based on Western models that are effective in our own societies but don't work as well in other places because they don't necessarily fit the way that people respond to each other, the way that they are incentivized by the dynamics within their societies and the relationships that exist. So starting by listening, really understanding what it is that people want and how they interact with each other, and then building tools around that understanding helps, I think, to create accountability mechanisms that might be more effective in practice.